Yes, welcome back. The program is still New Dawn Otojo right here on OG TV, and this is the first phase of our discussion segment for this morning, where we are going to be looking at small and medium-scale enterprises in Nigeria, challenges and prospects. And we have in the studio to help us dissect and analyze all of this, Dr. Akinwumi Alonge. Himself is a small-scale entrepreneur. It's a pleasure having you join us this morning.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be here.
Ní abala àkọ́kọ́ fún àwọn àlejò wa lórí ètò ìtọ́jú olúwúrọ̀ òní, ohun tí à ń ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò ní àwọn ìpèníjà àti àwọn àṣeyọrí tó wà fún okòwò kéékèèké, okòwò pẹ́ẹ́pẹ̀pẹ̀ àti àwọn okòwò kéréje-kéréje ní àwùjọ wa. Àlejò wa ti wà nínú ilé pẹ̀lú wa, bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé àlejò méjì ni à ń retí, àmọ́ ṣá ẹnìkan ti wà pẹ̀lú wa níbí. Ẹni tó wà pẹ̀lú wa náà ni ọ̀mọ̀wé Akinwumi Alonge. Ọ̀mọ̀wé Akin Alonge, mo kí yín, ẹ kú ojúmọ́.
Ẹ jíire o.
Now let us look at the business survival rate in Nigeria as we speak. How will you rate the survival rate of business in Nigeria?
Well, in recent time, the statistics has shown that a lot of businesses are springing up within our society, and then we have been able to cover quite a landmark in the development of businesses in Nigeria. However, while we are still enjoying this euphoria of creating a number of business, our survival has been hampered on government policies, and if I must be very specific on what I want to say is irrelevant levies. In most cases, drawing from the experiences of my members as a coordinator or the chairman of the Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprise, most of my members, they have complained where they have had to close down their businesses because of what we call multiple taxation, and this has not really helped in the development and growth of businesses in Nigeria. These are some of the things that I think as we journey in the year 2019, we need to look critically if we are really serious in developing the small and medium scale enterprises in Nigeria.
Now, yes, you have actually pointed out part of your challenges. Now, looking at it, don't you have platforms, where you have the opportunity to jojo with policymakers, really, and to put before them some of your concerns, some of those things hindering the ease of doing business?
Yes, well, just like you said, you mentioned the ease of doing business. Ogun State recently had a platform where they call One-Stop Shop, where you also have then we have the policy of the ease of doing business here in Ogun State. Yeah, that's good, but if I must be very sincere with you, up till the close of the year 2018, we continue to engage and to interface with the government, especially through the Ministry of Commerce and Industry here in Ogun State and through our various business membership organizations. But however, you see, the question here is that sometimes you have some of the agencies of government that are supposed to provide subsidiary services to the society. You have them turning to revenue generating agencies because the government sometimes just want to increase the IGR, and therefore you have Ministry of Environment coming with different policies, you have the Ministry of Transportation coming with different policies, you have the Ministry of Agric, you have the Ministry of Commerce, and so on and so forth, and then you have the Ministry of Finance. You see all these, we have been able to engage the government at different levels, but at the same time, the result is not yet there. We are not there. So we need, even as we journey right now, we are beginning a new year. So in the policies of the government, we really want to create, we want a platform where the policies of the government are really going to be of benefit to the people who are involved in the micro, small and medium enterprise in Nigeria.
Now let us see some of those, or let us hear some of those policies that you look forward or you expect of the government to, help you in your businesses.
Well, you see, you have the issue of the Ministry of Environment. Sometimes they come with environmental impact assessment, and then after you have been able to settle that with them and you believe that you want to cite your business, you have some officials who come again and then they tell you that because you have sunk a borehole and then you need to pay for sinking of borehole within your premises, and the cost at which they are asking for is very is terrible. And these are some of the things that we seriously believe has really affected us. Then you have you have also the local government. Sometimes they come to your shop, not minding the fact that you have just you have paid your dues and you have paid your levies that are due. The local government come again, they tell you that they want to seal up your property, they want to seal up your business environment, because of certain levy. Then the Ministry of Internal Revenue also come again. They said they want to come. So some of my people that are in the hotel and hospitality industry also, you have the Ministry of Culture and Tourism also coming, that they are coming for levies. You see, there should be a way by which we harmonize all this revenue collection, where if you have paid certain levy, let it be known and let it be accepted that you have been able to meet up with your obligation as an industry, because the small and medium enterprise, they have formed the major part of employment generation industry in this country. So we don't need to shy away from that. The government employment is not sufficient for our teeming population, and therefore, if you see any organization or any agency or any arm or any system within which can absorb some of this teeming population, then we should be able to support them so that we can truly have the growth that we desire.
Now, as the president of national president of the association,
the state chairman of the Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprises.
Now, what are you doing on your part to see that your members comply, with the directive of the government, in paying their taxes? Because often at times we hear government say most of these small and medium scale business enterprises don't pay taxes.
No. Well, you see, as at the close of 2018, even in the government submission, you discover that in the IGR of Ogun State government, the government have been able to acknowledge the amount of money and a rise in the collection of IGR. If you look at that rise, the rise did not suddenly happen. It happened because majority of the people that ought to pay in Ogun State are paying, and these are the members of the people who are into the business of the micros, small and medium enterprise. They form the majority of people that are paying these levies and taxes. Now, for us as an organization, what we are looking forward to, and some of the things that we are doing, is that for you to register your business, you must have what they call the TIN number. That is your tax identification number. And when you have your tax identification number, that means you are already paying tax, or you are expected to be paying your taxes. At different level, we have also been engaged in different seminars, workshop, training, talk shops with these agencies of government, where we have to look at what are the relevant levies that need to be paid and who should be paying it. And sometimes we have had to also negotiate some of these, that okay, if you are looking for this, if you are looking for rise in your revenue, I think if you collaborate with us, we can also assist you in propagating your policies so that we can have the development the way we're supposed to have it in Nigeria. And this is going on gradually, and our people are getting to know, because majority of my members who want to start a business, we let them know that first and foremost, having registered your business, then you must also obtain your tax identification number so that you can begin to pay your tax as at when due.
Pẹ̀sẹ̀ ọ̀mọ̀wé Akínwùmí Alóńgé, tí a bá wo ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn okòwò kéékèèké àti àwọn okòwò alábọ́dé láwùjọ wa, gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti mọ̀ wípé òun ni ọ̀pákùtẹ̀lẹ̀ fún ìdàgbàsókè ètò ọrọ̀ ajé láwùjọ ìlú, àwọn ọ̀nà wo ni a lè gbà láti mú gbogbo àwọn ìdíwọ́ èyí tí ẹ ti ṣàlàyé pé ó ń bá àwọn okòwò wọ̀nyí kúrò?
Àwọn ọ̀nà tí ó ṣe kókó nítorí àkókò wa òun ni wípé ẹ jẹ́ kí a kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ wípé ibi tí a ti fẹ́ rí àwọn àmúyẹ yìí, àwọn owó ìdàgbàsókè yìí, wípé lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn yìí la ti fẹ́ rí. Kí a dẹ̀ gbà wípé ohun tí a fẹ́ n tó fà á tá a fẹ́ rí owó ìkíyè pé torí pé a kàn fẹ́ rí owó, ṣùgbọ́n nítorí pé a fẹ́ ṣe àwọn ohun amáyédẹrùn fún ìdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè wa àti fún ìrọ̀rùn àwọn tó ń ṣe okòwò kéékèèké àti alábọ́dé yìí náà. Tí a bá ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, èyí tó túmọ̀ sí wípé tí àwọn owó yìí bá wọlé, a ní láti fi ṣe àwọn nǹkan tí a sọ wípé a fẹ́ ṣe, bí a fẹ́ fi pèsè iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná ni, bí a fẹ́ fi pèsè ọ̀nà tó dáa ni, àbí a fẹ́ fi pèsè omi ni fún àwọn aráàlú. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan báyìí nítorí pé fún ìrọ̀rùn àti ìgbélárugẹ agbègbè wa, òun ni àwọn owó yìí wà fún. A wá ní láti jẹ́ kí òye kó yé àwọn èèyàn yìí. Ìyẹn túmọ̀ sí wípé ìjọba láti máa ṣe ìpolongo àbí àsọyépọ̀ láàárín àwọn tó ń ṣe okòwò kéékèèké àti okòwò alábọ́dé yìí àti ìjọba, láti lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ wípé àwọn kìíní yìí ó ṣe kókó, ó ṣe pàtàkì fún ìdàgbàsókè aráàlú àti fún ìdàgbàsókè ti orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ni. Ìyẹn túmọ̀ sí wípé nígbà tí wọ́n bá sọ fún wa pé a fẹ́ san owó kan, tí ó bá jẹ́ pé kìíní yìí ó jẹ́ tuntun, àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbowó yìí lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, a ní láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ èrè tí a fẹ́ gbà àti ìgbà tá a fẹ́ gbà àti bá a ṣe máa gbà. Kò ṣe pé ẹnìkan kan máa dédé dé, wọ́n wá kọ́ ọlọ́pàá dé àbí wọ́n kọ́ àwọn agbófinró dé, wọ́n á ní lẹ́nìí a fẹ́ ti ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹ̀, ìyá ni mi ò jẹ yín lówó kankan, mi ò mọ̀ pé wọ́n á ní a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti January 1 ló ti yẹ kí ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sanwó irú àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò dà.
Yàtọ̀ sí irú àwọn èyí tí ẹ ti mẹ́nu bà yìí, àwọn tí wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní àwọn ń ṣe okòwò kéékèèké àti okòwò alábọ́dé pàápàá, àwọn pàápàá ń jẹ́ lọ́nà kan àbí ọ̀nà míì, wọn kì í jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìdíwọ́ fúnra wọn bí.
Ṣe mọ̀ pé Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní pé ọ̀nà ọ̀run, ẹni tí ó ń ṣe okòwò, ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbàgbé wípé ìdí tó fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ okòwò òun ni láti lè mú ayédẹrùn fún ara ẹ̀ àti fún àwọn aráàlú. Èyí tí ó túbọ̀ sí wípé ó ti rí wípé àlàfo kan wà ní àárín ìlú láwùjọ tí òun fẹ́ bá pàdé. Ìyẹn túmọ̀ sí pé àwọn àìní kan wà tí ẹ pé bóyá ní fún àpẹẹrẹ, bóyá ní kí n mú fún bóyá àwọn tó ń ṣe aṣọ àdìrẹ fún àpẹẹrẹ, wọ́n rí wípé àwọn èèyàn nílò láti wọ aṣọ, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa ṣe aṣọ, ṣe rí pé ó ti ní èrèdí, wọ́n fẹ́ mú kíní ẹ̀ kúrò ńbẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe aṣọ yẹn, òtútù ò ní mú àwọn èèyàn máa yọ ẹbí ó ṣe kí wọ́n yọ, tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yọ bó ṣe kó yọ yẹn túmọ̀ sí pé àwọn tìka lára wọn tí wọ́n náà ń ṣe aṣọ yẹn náà, àwọn náà máa rí tọ́rọ́ kọ́bọ̀ kan láti máa fi gbọ́ bùkátà àti tọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn. Nígbà tó bá ọ̀rọ̀ bá dẹ̀ ti wá rí báyìí, ìyẹn túmọ̀ sí pé ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe okòwò yẹn, gbogbo ọ̀nà tí ìtẹ̀síwájú máa fi dé bá irú iṣẹ́ okòwò bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa wá. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá lè mú ìdíwọ́ àti ìdènà wá, ẹ rí wípé kò ní fẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀. Fún àpẹẹrẹ, ẹ wo orú ọjà wa níbi tí a ti ń ṣàdìrẹ ní Ìtòkù, ìgbà tíjọba sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ tún ibẹ̀ ṣe, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìdíra ló kó bá ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n ṣe okòwò yẹn níbẹ̀ yẹn ní Ìtòkù níbẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n nítorí wípé wọ́n mọ̀ wípé kíní tíjọba ń ṣe yìí fún ìdàgbàsókè ọjọ́ ọ̀la ni, gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n fara dà, ó ti yé yín, wọ́n fara dà. ẹni ṣọ́ọ̀bù tẹ́nìkan ń lò tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ó di téèyàn mẹ́wàá bẹ́ẹ̀ sí nílò ibi tí èèyàn kan ń lò ibi tí èèyàn márùn bẹ́ẹ̀ sí nílò ibi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe aró ó di ibi tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn wá jọ ń kóra wọn jọ pọ̀ sí tí wọ́n wá dàbí ẹgbẹ́ nítorí pé wọ́n kàn faradà fún ìgbà díẹ̀ tí ìdàgbàsókè yẹn máa fi lè ṣe tán kí àwọn pápá kan bá lè tẹ̀síwájú tó bá jẹ́ pé ṣe ni wọ́n fẹ́ mú ìdènà bára wọn wọ́n ní rárá àwọn ògbà ṣùgbọ́n àwọn náà wọ́n faradà fún ìjọba wọ́n faradà fún aráàlú wọ́n faradà fúnra wọn so ìyẹn wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìkejì òun ni pé ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbà ni kò sí owó tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa fi ń ṣe okòwò wa yìí o ní ìwọ tó dẹ àìgbàtà dẹ ti bọ̀ pé kò sí owó tá a fẹ́ fi ṣe okòwò bí ó ṣe yẹ bó ṣe wù wá bó ṣe tọ́ àti bí ó ṣe yẹ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní láti máa fi ebi panú nípa kọ́ máa dá àjọ tí wọ́n fi ń wo bí ìdàgbàsókè ṣe máa dé bá okòwò tí wọ́n ń ṣe gbogbo orúkọ báyìí ló wà bẹ̀ mi ò rí ọ̀nà tí wọ́n lè fi sọ wípé nínú àwọn ìwádìí wa tí wọ́n lè fi ṣe ìfàsẹ́yìn fún iṣẹ́ okòwò àti alábọ́dé òun ni bóyá ìmọ̀ nígbà míì ní a ti rí pé ìmọ̀ kì í máa ń tó kò kì í máa ń kójú òṣùwọ̀n tó wọ́n dẹ̀ máa wá ti ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn àǹfààní yìí pé kí wọ́n wá fún ìdàgbàsókè ìmọ̀ ìkan wá tó wá máa gba ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lóòrèkóòrè nínú àwọn iléeṣẹ́ wa káàkiri.
ẹ ṣe okòwò kéékèèké àti okòwò abọ́dé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ti ṣàlàyé lẹ́ẹ̀kan wípé àwọn ọ̀nà kan wà tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ọba ń gbà èyí tó yẹ kí àmúkúrò ǹjẹ́ irú okòwò yìí ṣó ṣeé ṣe láìsí ẹ̀lẹ́ ọwọ́ ìjọba nínú rárá.
ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ ó lè ṣe okòwò alábọ́dé nínú kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá ẹ̀ okòwò kéékèèké ó lè ṣe ní agbègbè ẹ̀ ìyẹn kí ọwọ́ ìjọba bá sí ń bẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n níwọ̀n ìgbà tó jẹ́ wípé ìjọba ló ń ṣe ìlú ọwọ́ ìjọba tá a bá dínkù kò sí ń bẹ̀ yìí ìjọba ló ń pèsè gbogbo àwọn ohun amáyédẹrùn iná ọwọ́ ìjọba ló wà títì ọwọ́ ìjọba ló wà omi tó dáa ọwọ́ ìjọba ló wà ṣe àwọn àlàyé mi ṣó ń yé wa bẹ́yẹn sìn ní ìgbà tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé àwọn kinní yìí tí mo bá ń ṣe okòwò bóyá nínú kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá mi bóyá mo ń ṣe ní abúlé mi ibẹ̀ ni mo ti ń ṣe bóyá kí n máa ṣe apẹ̀rẹ̀ àbí bóyá mo ń ṣe ẹyìn mo ń ṣe epo ní ìgbà tí n bá fẹ́ gbé epo yìí wá sí ìgboro ṣebí orí títì ni màá rìn ní ìgbà tí ìjọba bá dáhùn ò dá sí mi tí kò sí ọ̀nà tí ó máa dé ibi tí mo ti ń ṣe epo yìí ní inú abúlé mi lọ́hùn-ún báwo ni ó ṣe fẹ́ rọrùn fún mi láti gbé wá. Ìkejì òun ni pé nígbà tó bá ń gbé bọ̀ ẹ rántí pé àwọn road taxes kan wà àwọn owó orí kan wà àwọn tó jẹ́ pé àbùdá ìjọba jẹ́ pé nígbà tó bá ń bọ̀ wọ́n á sọ wípé this is an agricultural product or this is a pharmaceutical product or this is an industrial product so gbogbo ilé iná àwọn ìjọba tó máa dá mọ́tò dúró àbí ẹ máa ń rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lọ́nà mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn torí pé nígbà kan rí tẹ́ bá ń lọ báyìí bí mo ṣe ń bọ̀ láti sí stúdíò yìí sí ẹ ti rí àwọn kan tó máa jugi sọ́nà fún àwọn mọ́tò wa tó máa sọ pé rárá wọ́n láti gba emblem wọ́n láti gba sticker fún ọdún 2019 ipe rárá tó bá gbà ipe wọ́n á impound mọ́tò ẹ 40,000 50,000 wọ́n máa bẹ̀ sí orú àwọn owó báyìí báwo ló fẹ́ rìn lórí títì ìjọba tí kò ní kan ìjọba àbí tí ìjọba máa sọ pé àwọn ò mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ gbogbo orú àwọn kan báyìí ó pẹ̀lú kan tí àwa náà ń gbéyẹ̀wò tó dẹ̀ ń arò pé tí a bá fẹ́ serious lóòótọ́ tá a bá fẹ́ jẹ́ olóòótọ́ wípé a fẹ́ kí ìdàgbàsókè kó bá bí a ṣe ń ṣe okòwò kéékèèké àti àwọn alábọ́dé a ní láti mọ̀ wípé àwọn amáyédẹrùn fún àwọn èèyàn tó ń wà nínú okòwò yìí ó ṣe kókó ó dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ìjọba náà lógún pàpà.
ẹ ṣe ǹjẹ́ kí ni awòye gẹ́gẹ́ bí ká ní àmú gbogbo àwọn ìpèníjà wọ̀nyí kúrò àwọn ọ̀nà wo la wá rò wípé mímú ìpèníjà yìí kúrò fi lè mú ìdàgbàsókè bá àwọn okòwò wa.
tí a bá mú àwọn ìpèníjà yìí kúrò èkíní ń bẹ̀ ni wípé ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ á wà there will be contentment job satisfaction ṣe rí ní bí a ṣe mú ọdún tuntun yìí ní ìgbà kan ẹnìkan béèrè ìbéèrè kan lọ́wọ́ mi pé ṣé kò ṣiṣẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà ni tàbí àwọn èèyàn ni tó fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ni ò sí ni tàbí iṣẹ́ tó wà kò tó fún àwọn èèyàn wa ni. Wá ìwòye tèmi ò ní pé iṣẹ́ wà ṣùgbọ́n ṣe rí ìgbékalẹ̀ àwọn òfin àti ohun ìdàgbàsókè lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí àwọn ló mẹ́hẹ. Tí wọ́n bá ní wọ́n fẹ́ gba èèyàn sí iléeṣẹ́ kan lónìí bí wọ́n fẹ́ gbà kí wọ́n kàn sọ pé àyè wà fún èèyàn 10 láti ṣiṣẹ́ ní OGTV fún àpẹẹrẹ lónìí. Tó bá kà lórí ìròyìn tó bá di ní àárọ̀ ọ̀la àwọn tó máa sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ nínú OGTV ń bí ẹ má gbàgbé pé àyè 10 ló wà o. Àwọn tó máa náà fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ní OGTV ń bí wọ́n á tó 1 million tó máa application wà. Àwa bí wọ́n ṣe sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ gbà wọ́n sí ọlọ́pàá wọ́n fẹ́ gbà wọ́n sí kínní wọ́n fẹ́ gbà wọ́n sí custom wọ́n fẹ́ gbà wọ́n sí immigration. Àwa ń ṣe ìwádìí ìpè ṣé àwọn èèyàn yìí ń pọ̀ sí ni àbíbo náà ti ń wá. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ tó ń wá kọ application láti wọ gbogbo àwọn vacancy yìí a ṣe ìwádìí wọn wípé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló jẹ́ pé kí ni tí wọ́n fi ń survive ṣáájú àkókò yìí òun ni okòwò kéékèèké àti alábọ́dé. Mo wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ṣé ẹ fẹ́ fi okòwò kéékèèké yìí àti alábọ́dé tẹ̀ ṣe ẹ fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ láti lọ darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn iléeṣẹ́ yìí ni wọ́n ní ẹ̀ṣà kò sí ọjọ́ ọ̀la tó dángájíá.
Kí ló dé?
Kò sí ọjọ́ ọ̀la tó dángájíá bíi ti báwo. Wọ́n ní nítorí àwọn ìṣòro tí mo sọ yìí náà ni wípé o lè máa ṣe okòwò ẹlẹ́ni kí ìjọba gbé òfin kan kalẹ̀ kó di wípé wọ́n ti iléeṣẹ́ wọ́n ti pa tàbí wípé kí àwọn ohun amáyédẹrùn tó nílò gẹ́gẹ́ bí oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wípé kó má sí wípé nítorí ìdí èyí tó bá kúkú ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba o ti mọ̀ pé ọgọ́ta ọwọ́ aláàrù o máa pé. Mo wá rí wípé tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ òun ni ìjọba tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àìríṣẹ́ ṣe lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa kó dínkù àfi kí wọ́n gbájúmọ́ ìdàgbàsókè okòwò kéékèèké àtàlábọ́dé débi wípé nígbà tí ọwọ́ mi bá kún mi ò ní lè fi tí mò ń ṣe yẹn sílẹ̀ kí n sọ pé mo tún ń wá iṣẹ́ oṣù kiri.
Now every business that you can ever think of actually has the potential, to grow, to expand to any length that the owner of the business wants it to grow. And it's actually not, most times, not even in the business. It's in the person that is running the business that determines how the business grows. Now, this example that you have given of people leaving small and medium-scale enterprises, to run after a government job or white-collar jobs. Now, don't you think it's part of the problem? Because most of them are not even passionate about, the business they are running. They're not passionate about it. They're just doing it as just to while away the time, pending the time they get a stable job or a white-collar job, then they abandon the small-scale business. I mean, is lack of passion not part of the problem?
Well, you must agree with me, sir, that the only thing that would drive someone to go into a business engagement must be passion. I've said sometimes ago on this platform, I was a civil servant. Yeah, I was employed and engaged in the Ministry of Information, Youth, Sport and Culture by the administration of the sole administrator, Colonel Akitonde. But I had passion to meet with a certain need in the society, and that drove me to put in my paper, and I left service October 1, 1996 to go into private entrepreneurship. And of course, I've never regretted that. It has expanded and it has grown from there. Now, the challenge here is that there is nothing that you want to do that will not have its own not have its own teething problem. You have some confrontations here and there, which may inadvertently affect your business. However, I think if there is enough support, one will be able to weather the storm. You see, it's not easy to leave what is certain for what is not certain. You must, you see, let me tell you something here. As a veteran in the entrepreneurship field, it is not easy for you to survive at the crucial stage, at the initial stage of beginning a private enterprise if you don't have adequate support. And if this keep coming, if the society does not encourage you, if the government does not encourage you, if the policy of the government does not encourage you, you have people who want to leave.
Support in what terms?
In terms of policy and in terms of finance. You see, I don't want to dwell so much this morning on the issue of finance, but however, it's very important that we also mention it, because from my experience and from some of the findings that we have been able to carry out in the Association of Small and Medium Enterprise, we have discovered that these are some of the things that drives away people. You see, when you have enough resources, because for you to expand, you need finance. You don't talk about expansion of any business venture when there is no capacity, when there's no financial support.
But before we even think of expanding, you have to start the business first.
That is what I'm saying. To start a business, it takes your drive. For me to leave the government service and go to I was fully engaged. I was engaged as a senior civil servant, but I left voluntarily because I had a passion, because I had a drive. That's what I'm saying. So for you to be in business, something must be driving you.
Yes, you have rightly said it. You have the passion and you have the drive. You left, but there are quite a number of persons who do not have this passion. They are just doing small and medium scale enterprises just because the government job they are waiting for, the white collar job they are waiting for hasn't come yet. So they're just whiling away the time. So the passion and the drive is not there. And so they cannot even move the business to another level where they can think of expanding.
Okay, let me tell you what will give birth to your passion.
Okay.
What will give birth to your passion is your desire to do better, your desire to improve. You know, this is where we are today now. Let me give an idea. You had in time past in the broadcasting industry, you have the TV station broadcasting on analog. Then it got to a time when we said we want to go digital, isn't it? What was responsible for that idea that we want to go digital? That means there's a drive, there's a passion.
To change the
we want to
face of
change we want to improve. That is why we want to go into digital. Now, for you to now go digital from analog, you must agree with me that it will require finance. So now, in the first instance, you started this broadcast. The next thing is that you are doing it as at the resources that are available, which is analog. Now, you now understand through the society, through the yearning, the aspiration of the people in the society, that we want something better. We want to see things in a more beautiful fashion. Therefore, let us begin to look at a way by which we can present the pictures and the audio in a more beautiful form. So let us go into digital production, and then you start looking for a way, fund, where you begin to source for fund anyhow. But then, in starting a small and medium enterprise also, a drive in the society, that is the need of society, becomes your drive. The need of the people, of the community, becomes your motivation. So as long as the need is there, I can tell you that the passion will be there. So if the passion is there, it is only for you to survive, to keep on existing there, we need the support of the society, it will need the support of the government. And then, of course, it's going to need financial support.
Okay, now let me ask you this question. Are you in support of going for loans when you want to start a business? Do you, I mean, for quite a number of business, people want to go into business who are listening to us. I'm so sure, like you said, finance is one of the problems. Now, for those who do not have the finance, do you advise that they go, collect loan in order to float their business?
Your question is very direct, but I want to seek your indulgence so that I will not just take it directly, so that for the purpose of the understanding of people that will be interested in starting small businesses. The first thing you need to do to start a business is first and foremost to generate ideas. How is ideas generated? Ideas will be generated through the society. That is, you look at the vacancy, you look at a potential problem that need to be solved within society. When you focus, when you carry the people, when you carry the mentality that you want to solve problems, ideas will begin to come. They said that necessity is the mother of invention. So for innovations, for invention, for ideas to come, you must understand that there will be necessities within the society. Having identified the necessity within the society, then the next thing is you now need to see an area by which you want to come in. That is, you generate a business name. Let me say, for example, you say your idea is you want to go into agriculture. Agriculture is large. Agriculture is wide. Are you talking of planting? Are you talking of livestock? Are you talking of fishery? Are you talking of cash crop? Are you talking of what kind of agriculture? So you now look at this, you look at the need in the society. For example, what we keep on talking about, for example, now is rice, because we want to stop importation from of rice in this to Nigeria. Now, that is an opportunity. So idea can now come to you that, okay, I want to go into rice planting. That is part and parcel of agriculture. Now, what do I want to call my rice? I want to call it AA rice. I want to call it ABC rice farming. I want to call it that. So you can now come up with a business name. So your business name, your business logo is going to assist you to coordinate and to manage your establishment properly. So
all of these beautiful plans will not see the light of the day without finance.
No, you don't start with finance.
Okay.
You don't start with
Hello?
Hello,
ẹ káàárọ̀ sà o.
àgbẹ̀tọ̀ náà.
Yes sà, kí lorúkọ yín ibo lẹ ti ń pè wá?
Orúkọ mi ni Mr. Ali Adekarim láti àgbàdo Kyaro FCDA ní Maidan.
Ó dẹ̀ sà.
Àwọn adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín fún àwọn ètò yìí tí ẹ̀ ń gbé wá sí orí atẹ́gùn.
Ẹ ṣé.
Ó dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa lóúnjẹ náà. Torí pé ètò yìí ó dà kẹ́mi ti ń gbọ́ tipẹ́tipẹ́. Torí pé bí àbá máa polongo ẹ̀ lórí rédíò lórí tẹlifíṣàn báyìí káyọ̀ máa gbọ́. Ọ̀pọ̀ ní ọmọ nǹkan kan nípa ètò yìí ṣe é ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n àgbà tí mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn bàbá wa ló ń jẹ́ òní pé ṣé àwọn ẹgbẹ́ kan àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi wà tó yẹ pé nínú ẹgbẹ́ wọn gbà tán bá ṣe ìpàdé ìjẹ́ àwọn fúnra wọn lóore ọ̀fẹ́ àti wábẹ̀ láti wá fi òye ọ̀rọ̀ yìí láti wá tóye ètò yìí láti wá fi yé wọn. Tọ́lá àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi wà tó jẹ́ pé gbàgbà bá kó jọ ó máa jẹ́ olú iléeṣẹ́ nìkan ṣe ni sákéèsì ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ máa wọ̀ ṣé ò ní sí lọ́wọ́ àwọn branches tó kù káàkiri bóyá rú àwọn iléeṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bóyá bàbá pè wọ́n bàbá sọ fún wọn wọ́n lè wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ìjọba máa wá ẹ̀ láti àwọn èèyàn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ pàtàkì jùlọ bá a ṣe ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ìsìn bá a bá ṣòṣèlú tán sí ìta ìdìbò tán irú àwọn ìtàn sọ pé àwọn atọ́ngbà jà tá a máa lọ lọ́ọ̀kì ṣọ́ọ̀bù kiri bèbèrè owó oríṣiríṣi káàkiri lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó a fẹ́ dájà alẹ́ tó ṣe kankan lẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ kan wà tí ọ̀ lè gbé tí irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wáyé ní àwọn jurisdiction tí ọ̀ bá wà.
Ẹ ṣé ọmọwé Alóńgé.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín fún ìbéèrè yín sá. Ohun tí nínú ẹgbẹ́ àwọn oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àti olókoòwò kéékèèké tí à ń pè ní Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprise, a ní àǹfààní láti darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹgbẹ́ yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹgbẹ́ mi, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹgbẹ́ àwọn tó ń ta tòmátì, ẹgbẹ́ àwọn tó ń ta epo, a lè darapọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹgbẹ́. A tún ní àǹfààní láti darapọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí cooperative society. That is, ìyẹn náà tún wà bẹ́ẹ̀. a tún ní àǹfààní láti darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú gẹ́gẹ́ bí company gẹ́gẹ́ bí èmi ni mo ní iṣẹ́ mi mo ní iléeṣẹ́ mi èmi ni chairman chief executive iléeṣẹ́ mi mo tún ní àǹfààní láti darapọ̀ bẹ́yẹn náà mo tún ní àǹfààní náà láti darapọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí individual wípé mò ń ṣokòwò èmi nìkan ní èmi àti ọmọ mi nìkan lájọ ń ṣe mo tún fẹ́ darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹgbẹ́ Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprise ìyẹn máa ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wa ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọgbà láti lè máa jẹ́ kí àjọsọ wa kó lè máa yẹra wa nítorí pé a máa ń ṣe ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lóòrèkóòrè fún àwọn èèyàn yìí lórí àwọn ìbáṣepọ̀ wa pẹ̀lú ìjọba àti pẹ̀lú àwọn aráàlú yẹn dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ òótọ́ ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ nígbà tí òṣèlú wa máa tán sí yìí á di wípé ibo la ti fẹ́ rí owó a lè rówó lórí àwọn ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó wà ní Kútọ̀ a lè rí ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó wà ní Tòkù a lè rí ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó wà ní Pàṣẹkẹ́ a lè rí óyá ẹgbẹ́gi ẹlọ́mà ti ṣọ́ọ̀bù ó ṣe ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó yẹ kí a wà nú ẹ̀ that is business membership organizations yìí ó máa ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wa kí ẹnu wa kó lè kù ká lè jọba àwọn tó ń wá láti wá máa gba owó yìí pé ọ̀nà tẹ́fẹ́ fi gbowó yìí kò tọ́ báyìí lẹ ṣe lè ṣe báyìí lẹ ṣe lè gbà báyìí lẹ ṣe lè gbà ẹ jẹ́ kájọ ṣe báyìí kí ìdàgbàsókè kó ba lè bá orílẹ̀-èdè wa.
ẹ ṣé.
Yes, now let us go back to.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
I'm Sheung from Lalate.
Sheung, good morning.
Okay. The chairman, I mean, that doctor has already tried, but I want to ask a question. Have you been meeting with the state government? Because there are some challenges which you talk about right now. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry will come to you. Ministry of Agriculture will come to you. State Revenue Service will come to you, and some other branches like that. Instead of these various ministries that are coming to you, why can't you negotiate with state government and deliberate on how to pay once in a year or for a ministry? The ministry has come to you as a small-scale entrepreneur. I think that one is enough for the state government, rather than being several ministries comes to you and be paying all this. These challenges will be from your enterprises. So, have you been meeting with the state government? That's my question. Sheung from Lalate.
Thank you so much, Sheung.
Well, I think Mr. Sheung from Lalate, thank you, because I think just a while ago I've mentioned this also to be part of the challenges that we are facing, and then if we will become irresponsible if we identify this as one of our key area of challenge, and then we take no specific action about it. For your questions, we meet with government regularly. Sometimes ago, I think towards the month of November and in December, we had various meetings with the House of Assembly here in Ogun State, when they wanted to come up with a law which we felt was going to affect the development of small and medium enterprise in Ogun State. Especially that has to do with corporate social responsibility. I think that speaks for itself. You talk about corporate social responsibility as things that an organization must do to develop its immediate environment. Simple. I mean, a free will developmental project. But then it got to a time where some people were trying to now make it a law that they want to have a ministry, they want to have a commission who is going to be in charge of that, that's going to be enforcing that upon our members. We engage the government in conjunction with the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, with the Nigerian Association of Small-Scale Industrialists, that is the NASI, and then with NASIMA, Ogusima, and so on. We were there. So we have been engaging with the government. We have been engaging with the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. They did a whole lot. I want to really thank the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, because honestly, if going by the passion in which they drove the establishment of business in Ogun State in the second quarter of 2018, If that passion can be sustained, I want to tell you that in a short while, all of us are going to start to enjoy some measure of ease in Ogun State.
Now, you've told us that the government was engaged. Now, what is the standpoint of the government on this multi-taxation on your members?
Well, you see, because of our engagement with the House of Assembly, I think that idea, that bill was dropped. It was dropped. That shows that the government is responsive, that the government is hearing us, that they listen to us. Because everything to make sure that the bill was passed to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, has been concluded. But when they called for a public hearing, and we went there, and we made our submission, and that bill was dropped. So, in a number of times also, we have engaged the government. The only thing here is we maybe after this particular election now, we still need to do further. What I discovered is that I think it's not a one-off thing. Why? Because Nigeria has consistently shown itself to be a developing nation. I don't know why. You see, there are some phenomena. There are some features that has to do with developing economy that we need to stop. And one of the things that that has to do with us is our data bank. You see, as long as we don't have a central database for things that are done for in our nation, we don't have a database of the biodata of our people. Look at the issue of we don't have a common identification card that can even speak about me, that can speak about me as an individual. So therefore, there is no record for some of these things. The ministry, like he said, like Mr. Sheon from Lalata said, you have people from the different ministry. Many of these ministries are supposed to provide subsidiary services that are supposed to be developmental services to the growth of businesses in the state. But however, they now leave their primary calling and then they want to go into revenue generation. Every agency wants to start to generate revenue. As long as we continue to do that, we are going to have problems.
And Mr. Agod, you said the government has sprung into action, and of course is dropping such things subsequently. We will not get to have people from different ministries come to the members.
Hello. Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà o.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe máa Ọlọ́run fún wa lálùbáríkà.
Àmì o, kí lorúkọ yín, ibo lẹ ti ń pè wá?
Láti kéré Imam Al-Buruj. Imam.
Ó dà láti kéré.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, abẹ́rẹ́.
Ó dà sà.
So gẹ́gẹ́ bí kí ẹ̀ ń sọ yìí, àwọn á ní àwọn nǹkan kan tá à ń gbé nígbésẹ̀ fún iṣẹ́ àdáṣe tiwa. À ń pòlùsì àgbo kan. Ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó lè fi ṣàǹfààní fáwọn èèyàn adúpẹ́ lè gbogbo yẹ pé kò tí ì pọ̀ yẹn náà aláyàn lójú mẹ́ta tí wọ́n ń gbàtà tí wọ́n ra nǹkan díẹ̀díẹ̀ tó ń sí kébọ̀kọ́bọ̀ lára ẹ̀ afẹ́kọ́ yẹn tó máa jẹnẹrétì káàkiri wọ́n kò ṣàgbára. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tí wọ́n dálẹ̀ báwo a ṣe fẹ́ rí wọn tá a ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ wọn láti ṣàlàyé tó fi jẹ́ ẹni tí ara yóò jàǹfààní ẹ̀ bí ẹ̀mí méjì mẹ́ta náà bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ fúnjẹ lábẹ́ dáàmúṣe kúrò nílùú tó yẹn lè ní program tí mo rí yẹn ó dùn mọ́ mi nínú láti dá sí i.
Ó dà sà, àlejò wa.
Ẹ ṣe ìmáàmù wa láti kéré Abẹ́òkúta lórí eléyìí mo rò wípé ara àǹfààní tí ẹ máa ní tí ẹ bá darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹgbẹ́ Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprise òun ni wípé a máa introduce yín àdèmà sí àwọn regulatory body àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tí ó wà láti máa ṣe àyẹ̀wò àti láti máa fúnyàn ní láti máa fúnyàn ní àṣẹ wípé a lè ṣe àwọn oògùn àti nǹkan tí à ń jẹ tí a pè irú àwọn NAFDAC nítorí pé tí ẹ bá ń ṣe irú àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan wà tí pé tí a bá ń ṣe wọ́n a ní láti wà ní abẹ́ àmójútó àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tí ìjọba gbé kalẹ̀ fún àpẹẹrẹ tí ẹ bá pé irú ẹ sọ pé ẹ ń ṣe àgbo which fall under pharmaceutical and herb and that means it goes into the mouth ó ń lọ sẹ́nu àwọn èèyàn nìyẹn ìyẹn túmọ̀ sí wípé NAFDAC ní láti bá yín wò ó láti sọ pé àwọn kan tí ẹ ń ṣe yìí ó dáa lóòótọ́ fún àwọn láti máa ṣe ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀nà àti ìlànà tẹ́ máa gbégbà tí ẹ bá ń wà nínú ẹgbẹ́ wa a máa ní àǹfààní láti máa fi yíra wa sí tẹ̀síwájú sí.
Now, let us go back to the issue of loan because it is very, very important. Startup capital for business. So many persons are not going into business simply because there is no capital. Now, I asked you earlier on, are you advising people to go for loan? You have not been able to answer that question. Now, let me rephrase that question. Did you collect loan when you wanted to start your business?
Well, because of my current engagement as the chairman of the Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprise, you see, this kind of an opportunity is an opportunity to enlighten the people. Life is in phases. Men are in sizes. Now, you don't go mortgage or you don't go put yourself under strain because you want to solve problem. To start up a business, you need idea, which must come from the need in the society. Having said that, there are different ways of generating finance for your business. Sometimes you can generate your finance through partnership. You can generate your finance through assets. Probably you have an asset probably that have been bequeathed to you by your parents, or that you have invested in, that probably you have land. You need to identify. That was why I was trying to explain the different processes of starting up a business. And it's at the fourth stage that you have the issue of finance. That is, after you have conceived the idea, after you have been able to register or you have been able to get a business name and your logo, then after you have been able to determine your composition, who and who do you need? Do you need your business? Is it an enterprises, or is it a limited liability company? So who form your board of directors? Who form your partner? Who form your management team? So then it is after that you now determine, because your source of funding is going to be dependent or is going to be determined by the configuration who form your company. If the people that form your company are people that can sustain you, that can finance your company, you have different kind of partners in forming your company. You have technical partner, you have financial partners. So if you already have a financial partner, in this case, if it may be your friend, it may be your cousin, it may be your brother, it may be your relative, it may be anybody. So you may not need to look for loan or go to bank. But however, I want to advise, when you want to start a business, don't start looking for loan to start up, because there will definitely be some teaching problem. There will be some confrontation that you are likely to come across. And if the loan goes bad, it's going to affect you. So I don't advise that you go. When I was going to start a business, I did not start looking for loan. As I sit here today, I owe no cover to any bank. I've not gone to ask any bank for money. It's not because it's not good, but because I believe that when you have to strategize in the way and manner in which you manage your business. So if you want to start a business, first and foremost, ensure that you have a well-defined goal. This is what I want to meet, the need I want to meet in the society. This is the loophole. Then it is at that point that you now start to look for a way by which you can finance it. How did I finance my business? I went, I created a pictorial effect of what I want to do, and I take it to the client, and then the client look at it, and then the client say, okay, this is what you want to do. So they give me advance payment, and giving me advance payment, having been able to do that the way he wanted the job done, he paid me my balance. Having paid the balance, I now depend on his referral. So I work for one person, and the other person will refer me to another person. So I don't need loan any longer. So that's just the way it goes. If you want to start looking for loan, that you must get loan to start up a business, sometimes things do go bad, especially now that you don't have banks that are ready to give you good percentage in terms of return. We need to be very careful.
Hello.
Hello.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
Kí lorúkọ yín, ibo lẹ ti ń pè wá?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà o.
Hello, ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
Ojú òpó yẹn kò dáa.
Now,
Ọmọwé Alóńgẹ́, tí a bá wo gbogbo àwọn àlàyé tí ẹ ti ṣe lórí bí àwọn okòwò kéékèèké àtàwọn okòwò alábọ́dé ṣe lè fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ láwùjọ ìlú nítorí àkókò wa, gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n wà nídìí okòwò yìí, àwọn àmọ̀ràn wo lẹ lè fún wọn láti lè jẹ́ káwọn pàápàá kó ipa tiwọn nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ìdàgbàsókè àwùjọ? Ìyẹn lé ní nínú ìdáhùn yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ẹ ní ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n wá iṣẹ́ káàkiri, àwọn tó ti ń ṣe okòwò pẹ́pẹ̀pẹ́, àwọn oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ni, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní nítorí wípé ó lè di ọ̀la kan kó jẹ́ wọn ó tilẹ̀kùn nítorí àwọn nǹkan kan láwùjọ. Àmọ̀ràn wo lẹ lè fún irú àwọn ẹgbẹ́? Ó di ìpele èèyàn méjì. Ẹ já wo ojú òpó yìí náà, ẹnìkan wà lójú òpó. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà.
Yes, ma.
Kí lorúkọ yín, ibo lẹ ti ń pè wá?
Èmi ni hello, ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ yí tẹlifíṣàn yín lọlẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ.
Èmi ni Sàládà láti ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
Kí lorúkọ yín, ibo lẹ ti ń pè wá?
Ní Sàládà láti Redemption Camp.
Ẹ ṣé sà, ẹ bá mi yí tẹlifíṣàn yín lọlẹ̀.
Well, we lost that call. Now, a friend of mine would always say, your location determines your allocation. Is that true when it comes to business as well?
Ìbéèrè ìdí mẹ́ta wọn tí ìdáhùn méjì tèmi ẹ̀.
Okay, yes.
Ìmọ̀ràn mi fún àwọn olókoòwò kéékèèké òun ni pé ẹ jẹ́ kí a mọ̀ wípé àgbájọwọ́ òun la fi ń sọ̀yà. Àwọn òfin tí à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa yìí, ẹnìkan ṣoṣo kò lè dédé lọ bá ìjọba kó sọ wípé òun ò ní faramọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí òwe Yorùbá tó sọ wípé kárìnká pọ̀ yíyẹ ni ó máa fi yẹ ni. Tí a bá darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tí ó yẹ ká wà nínú ẹ̀, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àǹfààní òun ni a máa rí tí ó máa jẹ́ kí ìdàgbàsókè kó dé bá nǹkan tí wọ́n bá ń ṣe. So nítorí ìdí èyí, ìyẹn ó ṣe dandan fún wọn. Nítorí àwọn tí mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wípé bóyá wọ́n fi iṣẹ́ wọn sílẹ̀, wọ́n fẹ́ lọ darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ ìjọba, wọ́n wáṣẹ́ ìjọba káàkiri. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n ń kọ lẹ́tà pé àwọn wáṣẹ́ ní iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba ní Òkè Mòsàn, èèyàn mélòó ló fẹ́ nínú gbogbo bí a ṣe pọ̀ tó? Bí a ní Ogun State bí a tó bí 4 million. Èèyàn mélòó ló fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ní Òkè Mòsàn? Ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ gbà wá bí 1 million sí Òkè Mòsàn ni? Kò ṣeé ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n tí a bá ń ṣe okòwò kan, ẹ jẹ́ kí a mọ̀ wípé àwọn kan ti ṣe é rí ṣáájú wa, a lè kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ láti ara wọn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú irú ẹgbẹ́ àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn débi wípé ẹnu wa lè kù, àwa náà a tún lè rí àwọn àǹfààní kan láti ara wọn. Ìbéèrè míì tí ẹ tún béèrè sà, òun ni nípa ibi tí a bá ti ń ṣokòwò wa. You said the location determines your allocation. Well, I think it's very important for us to know that if certain services are required within some environment, if you are located in an environment where your services are not required, you may not actually get the benefit. You see, the situation here is that if you are locating a fashion shop, for example, you need to be in a place where people that are going to appreciate such services will be. So, if you go put your fashion outfit in the rural area, you may find it difficult to get your returns. That's just the way it goes. So you need to be where your services are required
Ẹ
for
ṣé.
you to really be able to achieve your aim as an
ẹ ṣé
entrepreneur.
púpọ̀ adúpẹ́dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín ọ̀mọ̀wé Akínwùmí Alóńgẹ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa nílé adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín náà pé ẹ bá wa gbádùn abala yìí níbi tí a bá dé yìí á dé òkè ló ń pa káríbi pẹ́ àlejò wa lẹ́sẹ̀ ẹ ṣé lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ kí àlejò míì tún rí bí bọ́ sí orí ètò.
This is Ikolo Community, and this is Otana Community. As election time nears, politicians arrive with money. Members of Ikolo Community sell their votes, but Otana Community refuses to be settled. They vote for the candidates of their choice.
I do solemnly swear that everything
After election, the Ikolo school needs repairs, but the politician has already settled them. Otana Hospital needs repairs too. Otana Community demands action and gets results. Your vote is powerful. It builds the future. Don't be settled.
No sit down look.
No sit down look.
make una no sit down look o.
ó ká màmá orin ní ṣàtọ́kùn fúnlù ìlù ní ṣàtọ́kùn fúnjó ìjó ní padà wá ṣàtọ́kùn fáyọ̀ àtúrin àtìlù àtijọ́ àtayọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ la papọ̀ sínú ó ká màmá pẹ̀lú Sunday Ògúnṣọlá tantala lórí ọ̀kadà bàbá alákòótó ayọ̀ àti bẹ̀bẹ̀ Musiliu alágbẹ̀dẹ ohun tó ń rọ gbólóhùn bí ọ̀bẹ bàbá alákòótó oríire ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Thursday ọjọ́ Àlàmísì lẹ́wọ̀n máa jẹ̀gbádùn ètò ó ká màmá lórí OGTV aago 10 àárọ̀ sago 11 àárọ̀ lẹ́tọ̀ níbi tí ó ti máa fi ẹ̀bùn ṣèfàjẹ́ àwọn ẹ̀fẹ̀ tí ò lábùlà tí pàrònú rẹ́ kúrò lọ́kàn ẹni àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́kọ́gbọ́n lẹ́wọ̀n máa fi ṣararin lórí ètò ó ká màmá ìpele akọni tí ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí náà ò ní gbẹ̀yìn pẹ̀lú Abọ́láńlé Àsàpà Jáskẹ́ màmá fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ tàbí fún ìpolówó ọjà ẹ pè àwọn ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí 0803-716-6749 tàbí 0803-425-5170 ó ká màmá tó o bá miss ẹ̀ lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá má ti miss tọ̀sẹ̀ yìí.
Internet is changing virtually everything that has to do with our existence as humans. The way we reason, the way we sit down, the way we eat, the way we sleep. Internet is actually having effect and influence in everything you can ever think of. And one major aspect of our life that internet has actually influenced and of course impacted greatly is the aspect of banking. Yes, everybody at one point in time or the other will need to go to the bank to do one or two things. Now, these days, you don't need to, go to the bank in person, go to the counter and do one or two things. From the comfort of your home, you can achieve quite a number of things. That is what we call digital banking. Now, what effect does digital banking have when it comes to national development? We are going to be looking at digital banking as a catalyst to national development, and we have in the studio with us a young man, yes, a young man who goes by the name Oluwole Ogunwande. He is the CEO of Smart Teller. It's a pleasure having you join us this morning, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Now, digital banking, for those of us who really do not know how huge it is, can you please tell us about it?
Okay, good. Digital banking is the ability for everyone, the literate and the illiterate, to use their mobile devices or feature phone to access their bank services, such that deposit, so that they can do the deposit withdrawals, they can check their balance and do definitely what they do in the banking hall with their devices or online. That's what we call digital banking.
Now, that invariably means that they don't have to travel down to their banks in person to go and get these things done from the comfort of their rooms.
Exactly. So either you use your computer or you use your phone, your Android phone, iPhone, or even your small touchlight phone, which is the this feature phone, which they call the feature phone. So you can use that to access your banking services. That's what they refer to as digital banking.
So the case of I don't have Android phone, it does not it's not applicable here.
Of course. With just that small device, this feature phone, you should be able to access your bank, and that's what we call the digital banking.
Now, quite a number of persons have said digital banking has changed the face of banking, no doubt about that.
Okay.
Now, but it has its own disadvantages. Okay. For instance, reduction in manpower. Yes. There is also the issue of internet fraud. It's an avenue for Yahoo to make more money, as a matter of fact. Now, when you look at all of these disadvantages, do you still see digital banking as a blessing to our generation?
Definitely. We're looking at how to make things easier. You can imagine if your bank is at it's somewhere in Abeokuta, let's say Okemoson, and you live and stay at Ashiro, and look at the traffic. You're going to pass through traffic problems. You're going to go through paying for transport fare, and all those stuff like that. Those are stressful. We are looking at how you can maximize your time, because you can spend more money, but you can't spend more time. We are giving that time equally. So with digital banking now, it's going to help life become better for everyone. Digital banking is making life easier and simpler for everyone. So look at that disadvantage for the manpower in terms of the number of staffs in the bank that is being reduced. Now, the thing is that we have to go into that space, although agreed and accepted that digital banking will affect the number of the employment,
personnel.
Yes, the personnel, your workload. The change is always very difficult to adapt to. But then the bank is not looking at helping the staffs. It's looking at helping you. Do you want the bank not to give you the good services and the cost and you have a lot of staffs in the bank? No. The bank is concentrating on helping the customers, not the staffs.
Customer satisfaction.
Exactly. So that's the major priority. And even the people in the bank or banking hall, they are there to give you banking services too. So if you can get into your comfort zone, if the bank can get into your comfort zone, I mean to your own, on your devices, the closest object that you have at the moment, that's efficient for you. Then for the internet fraud now, well, we have you just need to be very careful in terms of how the bank you use or the people you interact with. If you are using a commercial bank account, or you are banking with a commercial bank, or you are using a cooperative now, so you should make sure you are doing your transaction with the right cooperative, and you are literate enough. Like listening to this program, we're enlightening you about how to the kind of what you are supposed to be doing on your digital banking. And trust me, interesting part of this is that the banks are not just building solutions; they are building solutions that are secured. So you can imagine GT Bank building a solution, definitely it's going to be secured. You can imagine the cooperative that are using Smart Teller, definitely it's going to be secured. So it's definitely you should go for the bank that you should go for the bank that will give you a secure platform.
Now, does this have to do with bank in the first place? What of computer scientists? You are a computer scientist, and of course you came up with the Smart Teller.
Okay.
Now, can't you guys come up with something that would make an average person secure his,
So what Smart Teller is doing basically is that we are digitizing the operations of cooperatives. So some of you outside there don't bank with commercial banks. You directly do your savings with cooperatives. So now instead of you to go there the long distances, all the services that the paper-based process that you have, now with Smart Teller now you can do your operations. Your cooperative is now digitized. Your cooperative now runs like a bank.
Now I'm talking about solution to internet fraud. It shouldn't be all about bank. It should be all about if you are using. It shouldn't be all about a specific bank.
Okay.
Really. If you are doing digital banking, you should have rest of mind that nobody is going to poke his or her nose into your account, or to steal your money from your account, or to defraud you. That's what I'm actually talking about.
Okay, definitely. If you are using digital bank, I mean, if you are going with digital banking platform for your operations, the bank will tell you that your login details and your PIN should be secured and to be for you alone. So that is, do not disclose it to anyone. So with that, the platform is secure. There won't be any challenge in terms of, and even if you are using the cooperatives that uses the Smart Teller products, they will also tell you that do not disclose your login details out to anyone.
Now let us look at quite another disadvantages, and it is the issue of billings, or let me say, yes, the bills that they actually deduct from one's account when you actually carry out one transaction or another. For bank transfer, you know, they take between 100, 200, and even when you are transferring just 1,000 naira, you know, or 2,000 naira to somebody, they are deducting as huge as 200, you know, from your account. When you go to the ATM to withdraw, you know, as much as 60 naira is taken from your account, and probably peradventure you are now withdrawing, you know, an amount of money that you cannot take once and for all. That means that all of the times that you withdraw, you know, they are going to deduct this 60 naira.
So
I mean, don't you think it's not to the advantage of the customers?
Yes, I acknowledge that, as I have said. But what I would say is that you choose one. Do you want to take your money and put it under your bed, or you want to put your money with your cooperative or with your bank? So you choose.
No,
one.
not in this age.
Exactly. So you have to put your money in the bank. So all you need to do is to look at the best bank to drop your money, that would not put in unnecessary charges on you. Okay, you have to check them yourself. That's why you have options. You listen to them. You listen to, okay, if GT Bank is getting this. If your bank is frustrating, you get another bank, you move your money there. The thing is that you have to move your money put your money in the bank. Or either you put your money with cooperatives that uses the Smart Teller solution.
Now let us look at you were trying to give quite a number of advice earlier on as to how to, you know, go on digital transactions, and also make every of your details very safe and secure, so that your bank accounts would not actually be, you know, be hijacked or be hacked. Now, what are some of those things that you advise an average person, you know, that wants to, you know, do online transaction, you know, digital transaction? What are those things that you advise that they should be mindful of, so that they will not fall victim?
Okay, the first thing is that when you get your ATM card from your bank, make sure you change your password immediately. That's number one. Another thing is that whenever you are doing transaction with your ATM card, you should make sure you don't drop your card with them. Make sure you keep the numbers on your card safely, not just the PIN you are having with you, but also the details of your card when doing transaction, maybe POS transaction, maybe you are paying with your POS anywhere. And another feedback or advice I'll give is that on the online banking, you must not disclose your login details, the username or the user ID to anyone via email or via SMS that is being sent. Most of them are actually illegal. In fact, all of them are illegal. The bank would not request your login details after they have given you. It's confidential for you alone. Then concerning the USSD technology also, make sure when you are using your USSD, you use it personally. You don't open up your transaction processes and your PIN to anyone. I think with that you should be able to use your digital banking safely. And also when you are connecting to, don't just connect to any Wi-Fi anywhere to do your banking transaction. Make sure you are connecting to either your personal internet facility or a well protected internet facility. Then also whenever you want to go to the website, the banking website, let's say firstbank.com or fidelitybank.ng, you should make sure the URL, the website address is actually the bank website. So some of them will give you something like fidelity.bank.ng and you just log in your credentials there. No, make sure you when you are doing such, it is you check the website address that it's actually the bank that you are actually operating with. Then some links can be sent to you that it's coming through your bank, like from your bank to log in and do. Make sure it's one or two transactions. Make sure it is you verify that link and not just go through any link. Then even when purchasing online, when conversing or purchasing online, make sure your bank details is not entered into wrong APIs, wrong payment switch. We have secure payment switch in Nigeria such as Paystack. We have Paystack. We have InterSwitch. We have Flutterwave. So make sure you are using secured payment switch.
Now, do you advise that people log in on other people's phones or probably public cyber cafes?
I would not do that. As I said earlier, just whenever you are using the internet banking, make sure it's either a personal internet facility that you are using, or possibly make sure it is secured internet facility. So most times in a cyber cafe, it's not always secured. Don't log in your banking details through cyber cafe. I wouldn't advise that.
Now, you have the opportunity to call us and ask one or two questions or make your contributions within the few period that we have left on the program. The number for you to call is right there on your screen. Feel free to call and let us know your take. I think we have okay. We have a caller. Hello. Okay, we lost him. Now, the next question is where do you see banking in the next couple of years? Before we take that, let us take this. Okay, we lost that now. So what's the future of banking in the next, let me say 10, 15 years? In fact, do you think we still have people working in banking halls?
In fact, banking in the next 15 years is even too far. In the next 5 years, we'll see we'll be seeing a drastic change in the banking industry. In terms of, we are having new technology such as Alert. That is, you can have your own bank account on your mobile phone even without going to the bank account. So it's not just the bank right now. We have other platforms that are digitizing other banking activities such as cooperatives. So we have Smart Teller, but in the next couple of years now, Smart Teller will be digitizing all cooperatives to service you the way the bank is. So that means the micro entrepreneurs, small business owners, the pepper sellers, those people on the street that uses cooperatives, or anyone literally that doesn't use the bank but saves with cooperatives because it's more convenient to do that. They are more accessible. Now will be able to do their banking activities with their cooperative. Interestingly, you'll be able to receive money from diaspora, receive money with cryptocurrency into your bank account via Smart Teller. So now it's not just the bank right now. Some other fintech companies are also coming on board to actually make banking easy. So banking is not only about the banks. The banking is about having a quality and standard banking services, financial services. So the bank is doing their own. The fintech startups are also doing their own just to satisfy you and I.
So that means quite a number of persons may lose their jobs. Is that not what you are trying to say?
That is, we need to evolve. You losing your job, you need to go to another thing that makes sense. Because what you are doing at this age is no more relevant. Some people are manufacturing the old Volkswagen then, but now they have to evolve into the trend, the new set of cars. If not, you just sit at home. So you just need to evolve the way in technology. You can be doing something before, maybe writing in computer science in particular, writing a particular programming language. Then a new one comes in, so you have to go to that new one. So that's life, and that's how we should go. We should be ready to grow, learn, and update ourselves. So there's nothing like losing job. If you lose your job, get updated and get the next job. Of course.
Well, it's very, very interesting, really. It's very interesting. Now let us look at what you do.
Okay.
How do we encourage more people, more young people like you, to go into what you do? Coming up with softwares, coming up with applications that would actually contribute, so that at the end of the day, it will not be that all of these softwares are imported into the country. They are brought in from outside the country.
So that's where we have education. For every young person out there, we should educate ourselves. And education is not just going to secondary school, then going to university, graduating, and then so education
you're talking about, or you're laying emphasis on the individual.
Yes, exactly.
You must make effort on your own.
So you have to educate yourself. So it's not just being literate or going to school. So you have to educate yourself. So that means you have to develop yourself. So when you develop yourself, you'll be able to come up with an idea. Then coming up with an idea means that you are not the only one that will implement the idea. You bring the other people, other parties that are also intelligent to come together and build and solve problems. There are thousands of problems around our environment, and one of it is banking. As we have said, some people outside there up to now do not receive quality banking services because they are not literate enough to communicate with the bank. They are not literate enough to go to the bank. So that's why we have Smart Teller. Smart Teller is helping those that are not literate to use their cooperatives. So we are advertising the cooperatives. We are giving the cooperative our software to bank with these people. So then several other problems around us that needs to be automated, that needs to be digitized. So all you need to do is to equip yourself, learn, develop yourself, look for how to get the right people around you. I mean, the best team that you can get, or join the best team if it has been set up already. Then you guys come together, solve the problem, go outside, investors, go outside, pitch your idea, tell people about your idea, get feedbacks from the customers, feedback from people. Then before you know it, the company has started.
Mr. Oluwole Ogunwande, we cannot but at this point thank you so much for coming on the program this morning
to
talk about digital banking as a catalyst to national development. No doubt about that. We must, as the future of the country, even the future of the world, rest in our hands as youths, whether we like it or not. And Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, actually came to Nigeria I think 2 years ago and said Nigeria has what it takes to take over the world of social media and of course internet. You know, so he believes so much in Nigeria and he believes so much in our youth, and it is, you know, also very necessary that we also believe in ourselves, because only when we believe in ourselves can we achieve all of these things that they're actually saying about us. I want to say a very big thank you to you once again, Mr. Oluwole Ogunwande, who is the CEO of Smart Teller. Thank you so much. We also want to say thank you to you, our audience, for staying tuned to OGTV, the People's Telly, since 6:30 when we opened the studio. Up till this moment, you have been there. A very big thank you to those who also called to make their contributions at one point in time or the other in the course of the program. Those of you that were not able to pick your calls, we want to say a very big thank you to you for also making efforts to call. It's simply because you love us, simply because you enjoy us, that is why you called. So we say thank you to you as well. A very big thank you to the producer, Bayo Tawushe, who has put all of this together. And of course to those who assisted him, the crew, to ensure today's program is a huge success. I want to say a very big thank you. Nidon Otojo comes your way again tomorrow. I am Dominic Agbeha. Enjoy your day.
The Europa League is now